Alright guys, welcome to another vlog. What are we doing? It's early in the morning before work. We're going to get this to the workshop. Got a little surprise for that, but we're going to be doing some work on this to get it running, get it to be an actual practice car, and maybe something. It's not quite confirmed yet, but I'll tell you if it does happen. Anyway, let's see if it starts. Come on, you can do it. Ooh, we got battery. Nearly. Couple of hits on that fuse box and she's good to go. Alright, let's get it on the truck. Let's see if this works, but we got the smallest ratchet strap in the world. Alright. God, this has been an effort already this morning. First it didn't start, now we can't even get it out. Check this new toy that rocked up. We now have a floor sweeper for the workshop. Alright guys, so it's all confirmed now. I'll tell you guys, we're driving in the right Cuckoo? I don't know how to pronounce that. Ryukyu? I didn't pass English. Anyway, Okinawa, 2nd and 3rd of March. So we actually have to ship a car down from Tokyo. And we were going to do the S13 and we grabbed it from Ibisu. We were planning to use that, but that needs way too much work to be sent on a ship, to be... It's too much work, so we switch cars. All right, what are we driving? This 350Z. It's a turbocharged one. It used to be Cheeseburger Racing's, but it's a rear mount turbocharged 350Z. We're just ironing out a whole bunch of issues with it and finding problems. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, that throttle screw is missing, so that's been through the motor. It looks like it's closed up one of these plug gaps. We haven't driven this car yet, so we're just going right through it. It looks like it was done a long time ago because the piston's all carboned up. That turbocharger at the back is super laggy, so I'm unsure what we're gonna do there. But yeah, I'm just gonna need a new O-ring for the blow-off valve. We just put the cage and seats in it, so that's all buttoned up on the interior. We installed a fuel system, a radium fuel system, and then yeah, I've just got to weld up some holes in this intercooler and hopefully it spools a lot better. Get it tuned and send it hopefully, but we'll see. Well, I guess this is going to determine if we use it or not. Send it. Yep. Heaps. So this is cylinder 5. Hopefully it's good, but it's the one that had the bouncing screw in it by the looks. Hurry up, Ethan. I got the camera out, man. Alright, here we go. Awesome.
It's good.
That means it hasn't bent a valve, which is great for us. Healthy engine, probably some marks on the head and top of the piston, but send it. So I'm just fixing any little spots that I feel like could become an issue in the future. Not really prepping it that great. I'm just running over the welds that got there, so if it's a bit dirty underneath, is what it is. But I'm just gonna quickly run feed across there, all the way around. This weld's a little bit small, so put some more meat into it, and there's a little bit of oil around here, so I'll make sure I run over that area, just in case there's a pinhole there.
Camera away.
Nah, I'm putting the pressure on. He's done it.
Get it away.
He hasn't spilt any of it just yet.
Fuck off. Don't. Stop.
So we're just going through the ECU data, and I found the injector data hadn't been put in properly, so what I did was had to identify what injectors are in it first. So I did that. It's a Denso 440 sold by Deechworks. Really hard to find. Had to obviously on these VQs, had to obviously pull the plenum off to get one out to properly check the number, because it's really hard to see. So that's where we're at now. All this just to see what injectors we have, just so we can put the proper injector data in. Wiring a wideband. So we just got a Heltec CAN wideband, and he's just wiring that in for us.
Into the link. Bit of a mess under there, but so just getting it to tidy up all over there.
And then now Ethan is gonna put an inner CV boot on it because it's blown. Then after all this is done, I think we can not do a skid. We're going to after all that, then we can finally get to the track for some testing and some tuning, and fingers crossed it all goes good. Oh yeah, something I haven't mentioned is we're at our new facility. It's massive. It's got like 4 gantries. So these gantries are so sick. There's so many uses for them, from pulling cars around the workshop to lifting pallets, engines and stuff like that. Yeah, just a really helpful tool. Alright, let's do a little rundown on this Z. So like I was saying, it's a rear mount turbo 350Z VQ25DE, so single throttle body and only the inlet variable cam. That goes down to a cooler, the one I welded up the other day. They've turned it into a dual bypass, so in, out. All cooler, radiator, the normal things, some custom bash bar work, the FDF fabrication Mega Mantis kit. So it's got a lot of good stuff on this car. So like I said, we fitted the cage, we got seats in it now. It's got a really cool handbrake setup. I like that. It's all hidden underneath the dash. Defi gauges throughout. Alright, so in the boot we have the air filter. Comes up from turbo because it's mounted in the boot. We have our scavenge pump just there, which has its own catch can that allows it to breathe. Otherwise, it's going to that pump will just draw all the oil through the turbo, where we want it just to, slowly pump it back to the engine. Let's go up and have a look at what's underneath. So this is probably what everyone wants to see: the GT 3076 turbo. mounted at the rear. I think rear mounted turbos are really cool, although they're not as efficient as being mounted in the front. It is what it is. Welded on bracket for the second handbrake, running a Z32 caliper. We got an extended diff sump. Ethan just fixed the CV boot. All adjustable arms in the rear, solid GK-Tech bushes. And yeah, this runs all the way to the front of the car. So it's a bit tight. It's got a set of extractors. We just fitted that Haltech wideband. Run across there, through the subframe, into the cooler, back up to the engine. So a couple of things on why rear mount turbos obviously aren't as efficient as obviously mounting it further up. One being is a physical length and the pressure drop. Your intercooler piping has to physically go back to the engine. The heat from the exhaust, if you ever touch an exhaust back here versus up at the headers, it's a lot hotter up there. Spins turbo a lot quicker. And then something else I wanted to change on this car, but probably won't have time, is the physical diameter of the exhaust. Doing a rear mount turbo setup, you kind of want to keep it smaller than bigger, right? You know, holds the heat in, spools the turbo quicker. So ideally, we would change that. There's a lot we could do on this car to improve it lots, but it works so well before. I'm not sure if I really want to change too much. Like before, it had a GT 2871 and made like near on 400 horsepower at 12 pound or something like that. So it was really good. We're just having spool problems with this GT, and we can't get a turbo on time because the car has to go. We've been in a massive rush, so we'll see how we go after fixing all those boost leaks. Hopefully it's a little bit better. Hopefully it's drivable, and I'll see you Friday. All right, it is now Friday. We've got the car to the track. It's snowing slightly, but it seems like we should be able to get the tune done. Maybe. Nishi is pretty good, so let's see if we can get some pulls there. We're just about to unload this. Oh man, this is wild. We're cutting it so short. Hopefully today goes good. All right, let's get this off, get tuning. Alright, it's now Saturday. We didn't get everything we wanted done yesterday, so yeah, we're just going to continue today and try to figure out this little hiccup we're having. Not a hiccup, it's like a cut. Anyway, we got this to install. So we got the radium fuel cell, radium fuel surge drop-in tank unit thing behind the passenger seat. So I'm going to put a fitting in there so I can attach this and monitor it, make sure fuel pressure isn't dropping. Actually, before I even install this, maybe I should just go test it and see if it cuts. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Might have just been fuel. feels alright. No cuts that time. Might have just been a little bit low on fuel because the fuel gauge was actually saying halfway, but when I filled it up, we put about 50 litres in, so don't trust the fuel gauge because it's wrong. Well, glad that was an easy fix. Now let's actually do some testing with the car.
Everything was going great, and then something catastrophic happened.
That's not ideal. Probably third lap in on Nishi, and the car just rotted. Fuck. Oh, this puts a huge spatter in the works. Why? Why did you rod? You can't really see, but yeah, there's a little hole in the block down there. No good. So unfortunately, with the Turbo 350, something catastrophic happened while we were on our testing day. So the tune day went alright. AFRs were great. The knock control was great. There was no signs of detonation through the knock sensors. Everything was going great. Boost was low, 0.5, 0.6 bar. And then the next day in the dry, I was doing a bit of testing. It was going absolutely great, and kaboom, unfortunately. And Rodney decided to poke his head out and put 2 holes in the block. So this engine is completely destroyed. We can't use it, but we'll swap it out and get another one for it. But that is the reason why I did not go to Okinawa. We didn't use the S15 because it was just too hard logistically. We would have had to put that car in a container. It's too many buttons for the dock guys to be drive on, drive off. It's not key start. It's a little bit hard to start when it's cold, E85, all the things, no handbrake. So unfortunately, we just canned it there. And yeah, unfortunately, it is what it is. It's like when you're in the car and a motor does that, it's like dropping bolts in a blender. It sounds so bad. The motor just completely locked up and said no more. I quickly pulled it over to the side, but it sounds so bad. I've never actually been in a car that's exploded, and it was a new feeling. Can't say I want to do it again. Alright guys, if you're liking our content here, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share it to all your friends. If you want to keep seeing these videos, because obviously they take a lot of time and effort to make. Anyway, we'll keep up with the updates, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.